Absolute bomb fresh. She's a beauty.
She sure is. She's my Zoo Star, of course, who Chris had so much to do with and turned him into a racehorse that has become now one of the great sires. So always pretty fond when those things happen. Danny Darcy, who was in at Eagle Farm today, was a big one. Royal Merchant, good to see her coming back to some sort of form. She can have a deep preparation, we know that. She holds her form well. Chris Waller's having another just remarkable day. He's had 3 winners in Sydney. He's had the Group 1, the most important race of the day in Melbourne with the Caulfield Guineas so far, and he's got a good chance in the last here in the track. Here he is with Lizzie.
Smiles all round, Chris. She's come back in great style. First up is her go, but that was a dynamic win.
Yeah, it sure was. She's a special horse. She's had an injury, had time off, and come back really well.
In those colours, I know they're a big part of your stable. What's in plan for her this preparation?
She deserves to win a Group 1 race. I'm not sure when that'll be, where it'll be, but it's the Invitation in 2 weeks' time. She'll probably get one on the back of that. It's a big race at your home track, so I think it's a $2 million race in a Group 2. That's what I'm thinking.
And Madame Rouge has won this race in the past. Very similar profile type of horses, progressive, but probably at their peak when they're mature now.
Yeah, very much so. These have been our benchmark, these horses, and our backbone. Just keep coming back every year. They're just good, tough mares, and they're a lot of fun to train.
Are you sick of talking to me yet?
No.
Well done.
Thank you.
He's had an incredible week. I mean, Richo knows because he hosted the function at Adelaide. He flew to Adelaide for the Racehorse of the Year. He flew back so he could get back to Sydney. He was up in Parliament House on Wednesday night. He does so much, Chris. Kathy, we're going to let you go because for us at least, there's one more to go in Sydney, but that will be after we go off air. You can watch that on Sky. You've done a fantastic job. I hope you've enjoyed it, Kathy. We've really enjoyed your insights today.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me this afternoon. It's been great to be back.
Well, and your hubby's going to be happy because he came down here and got the Group 1 winner, so all sweet.
Absolutely. Happy family tonight. I think I'm in a better position than Katie this afternoon anyway.
You are, and you're coming back on October 26th. I've just booked you, all right? So I'm your agent. You're coming back to work on October 26th. Good on you, Kathy.
You're there with me. I'm happy.
Good on you. No, she's done a terrific job. Let's hear from Kate Waterhouse.
I've just run into Nick and Rosalia Russian. Guys, how exciting. You've got Bar Bambi here at Caulfield Racecourse. What an exciting partnership.
We're super excited to be here, and it's been 12 months in the making, so we're really looking forward to bringing ACDC Lane to the course and showcasing our fabulous entertainment, beautiful cocktails, and of course our amazing food, which we're renowned for.
Well, I'll tell you what, all the glamorous people have been lining up to get inside. What's on offer today?
Look, as I've just mentioned, our beautiful cocktails, our famous vodka pasta, our beautiful limoncello brulee, and of course an amazing lineup of entertainment, live crooners, DJs, and the list goes on. So we can't wait.
Well, you guys aren't just known for Bar Bambi, you're also known for your incredible style. This is the it couple of Melbourne. Run us through your outfits. Is it a collaboration, or Rosalia, do you dress Nick?
Oh, God, no, I definitely do not dress him. It was me walking in the door 5 minutes before we left, and he looked at me, he's like, great, you're wearing black, we match. Yeah. That's the extent of our collaboration.
Well, you're the quintessential Melbourne look today, so you look fantastic. I hope you have a great day, and all the best with Bar Bambi.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
They were engaged to be married till it all fell apart.
It's over.
I'm not leaving.
I don't want you in my life anymore. Ben, please go.
But when she moves on, will it stir up old feelings?
We can talk about you.
Today hasn't been the best day.
Home and Away, next week on 7 and 7+.
Seems the 5 ran well last start.
You know, there used to be a real art to picking a horse.
Studying sectional times.
Understanding speed maps. Analysing jockey win rates.
What's a speed map?
It's the best time in racing with the best app in racing, with comments from racing and sports, plus analysis from Sky Racing experts, only on the Tab app. Tab. We're on.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Hurt can happen here, here, and here. If you've been injured in a public place, take the Slater & Gordon free claim check, and we'll take it from here.
Zimmer latte?
Loving you is easy. Loving you is never a pain in the guts.
Fresh, natural Zimmel. The easy-to-digest milk.
The evening newspaper is back. Delivered free to your device at 6 p.m. Get Australia's only digital newspaper to drop nightly. Free at thenightly.com.au.
At Tab, we're on for race replays. Catch up on the races you missed or relive a winner. From Kembla to Caulfield, Rockhampton to Randwick, find all the replays on the Tab app. Tab, we're on.
What are you really gambling with?
RACV Home Insurance. Helping Victorians protect what matters most. Search RACV Home Insurance to get a quote today.
It's Carpet Cool's Rug Frenzy, and you can take up to 50% off the ticketed price of any rug. That's right, up to 50% off. Carpet Cool's Rug Frenzy. Be quick.
Call Carpet Cool.
The experts in the trade.
Are you peeling lucky? It's Ready, Set, Peel and Win. Over $46 million in prizes. Cash, holidays, free Shell fuel for a year, millions of things. 1 in 5 wins at Shell, Coles Express and Ready Express.
At Tab, we're on for race replays. Catch up on the races you missed or relive a winner. From Kembla to Caulfield, Rockhampton to Randwick, find all the replays on the Tab app. Tab, we're on.
What are you really gambling with?
Australia's greatest race day is on Channel 7.
On the one day, you have two of, I think, a handful of the most important and famous races in this country, in harmony with one another.
The fastest horses in the land compete in the Everest.
Think about it! Think about it, won the Everest!
And then you've got the best stayers in the land going down to compete in the handicap to Caulfield Cup.
Without a fight for the Caulfield Cup!
Our best day in Australian racing. It is epic. That's nirvana.
Two races that are so different, one full of history and full of that tradition and part of that Melbourne spring.
The big field lining up in the Caulfield Cup and the testing mile and a half.
And the other, brash and new and so Sydney.
The build-up towards the Everest is extraordinary.
It's a really sexy event.
Everest has got a voice of its own.
We celebrate speed.
1,200 metres, fast, dash for cash.
Weight for age for $20 million.
It's a great combination. What a cocktail it is.
Get the popcorn out.
Yes, all that to look forward to next week. An amazing day. So Orchestral comes here for the Toorak. She was a phenomenal 3-year-old filly. His first up run, well, we're going to find out. Or she just warming up for something bigger?
Yeah, I think so. I think they love the Kiwis when they come over, and I think she's just slowly slipping under the radar of Richo.
And Richo for Daniel Stackhouse, he's been knocking on the door of a Group 1 win.
And he certainly deserves it, doesn't he? Just an absolute champ. Of course, Orchestral, Roger James was really keen to book James McDonald, but then with a compression in the weights with Pride of Jenny being involved there, then in the end... it put this mare out of James's reach, but all this is some run, wasn't it? To stop in your tracks and then pick up and then sprint, that's a great performance.
Yeah, very lucky not to be put through the fence there, and as you said, to stop that momentum at that crucial part of the race and still win is extraordinary. So hopefully with a clear passage today, you can get the job done. But this is Michelle Payne on LA Wonder,
who saddles up a Group 1 with her brother Patrick Day, and of course this changed a lot of things. Not as much as Prince of Penzance, but this was for Bart. Have a look how strong LA Wonder is. She rode against instructions for Bart this day, but Bart was quite happy with the end result. She was absolutely flying, and that was the first of 5 for Michelle.
Yeah, and it was interesting, didn't Bart describe? I haven't seen her ride before, but she's talented and she's a pretty little thing.
He said, that's word for word, he said that. And today we give him a smack and say, don't you be so sexist.
But back then it was a different world.
And you know what? He was right again. Let's go into the mounting yard. And Desert Lightning is a very interesting horse. Katie, he's a Group 1 winner. I thought his win at Sandown was terrific.
Yeah, I loved his win at Sandown. It was strong, it was dominant from that barrier. Imagine Luke Nolan probably roll forward, and look, he looks really well in the yard, looks ready to rock and roll.
And Tino's so close in this race last year. The key to it, he's got to get out of the barrier, Katie. He must jump with the field. He cannot often miss it, can't he?
Yeah, he can. And if he breaks away cleanly, I think the race could set up nicely for him. Tony Gollan's always had this race as his grand final. He's planned it, and he's 4th up. I loved his run in the Fian. That was behind Pride of Jenny. But really flashing lights on him.
What I like about him, he's versatile. He ran right on the pace in the Doncaster, remember. He doesn't have to get back, does he?
No, he doesn't. I guess looking at the race a couple of days ago from barrier 1, I thought would be a bad barrier for him, but now I think it's the perfect barrier, especially being close to the fence, being red hot today. So look, Mickey D will give him a really, really good ride from there, and a big strong horse. If he gets the luck at the crucial stage, he's going to be the horse to beat.
Kieran Maher has a strong handline. Infantryman came out for the Golden Eagle last year. He ran well there. He went back and ran 3rd in a very good race in England. He's got a lot of abilities at big odds today because his last start was a little bit plain. Here's Orchestral. You know her really well, Katie. I mean, J-Mac would have swum across the ditch, I reckon, last year to ride her.
Yeah, big, strong mare. Of course, he won the Vinery Stud Stakes on her, and then she ran in the ATC Oaks behind Autumn Angel, only beaten a length there, and then she went back home. Look, I thought she ran okay. Look, she's only beaten narrowly overseas, so having that run under her belt now, coming over, big respect from Roger James.
The mares have got a good chance. Our Safina was very, very good at Moonee Valley in the stocks.
Yeah, defeating Lady Jones on that occasion. She ran well earlier on in the program. She's 3rd up. She's down in the weights, the 53.5 kilos. Jai McNeil on board. She's definitely one of the chances.
Craig Williams rides Craig here. He's an up-and-comer, this horse.
Yeah, he is. He ran well behind Desert Lightning before. That was a really strong performance at Caulfield. He's unbeaten here. 53.5 kilos on his back. A little bit of a tricky barrier to contend with, but if there's speed on and he's not too far away, he has an electric finish.
So here's Michelle with Patrick. She's teamed up with Patrick in the last few months. Billy Egan, who nearly got a Group 1 with Ferocio today, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He's a great jockey, and riding such low weights for him, 53.5 kilos. He's a Mildura Cup winner. He's just a good horse. So honest as the day's long. He's nearly won $1 million for his connections in prize money. Magnus Spin for Leon Troy, Corstens and Will Larkin.
At big odds, he ran okay in the Sandown Stakes. Look, he's a fantastic. He's won $750,000. He's better than a bread and butter horse, but he looks outclassed here at a Group 1 level, and the price indicates this. And not Osipenko now. He was 3rd in the Guineas 2 years ago, the Caulfield Guineas. He's got no weight. Damien Lane on fire. So is Chris Waller today. 53.5 kilos. They're absolutely drawn the right barrier. He's going to get a nice run in transit. Watch for him late. And Katie, the race that Grinzinger Bell won today, this filly won last year, Wishlaw Lass. Her first up run was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Look, she's a 6-year-old now. She's always honest. She goes forward. She makes her own luck. 53.5 kilos, and Declan Bates already with a winner on the program, so he also is riding well.
Let's go to Sports Bet. Nick, just look at the pari-mutuels again here. Is another wheel tightening by the look of it?
Yeah, he is, Bruce. We went up $3, as Katie referenced. That barrier 1 put a few people off early doors, thinking it could get cluttered up on the inside. But we've seen the pattern for the day is really down towards the inside rail, and he has really been heavily backed. $3 into $2.40 for a Group 1 handicap. That's a really good go. And Tino's been solid enough, though, at $4.80. He's got that good form through the weight for age races. Desert Lightning looking to become, I think, the 5th horse in about 12 years to wear Saddlecloth number 1 to victory. Good support for this galloper as well. $9.50 into $7.50. And what about this? Something for Richo. Shades of El Bodegon. Osipenko. Impossible to catch this one. $14 into $9.50. Market saying today might be the day that he puts his hand up. If you want one at a big price, we've taken a couple of smart bets for number 8, Bank More. $71, touch 61, back out to $67. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Back to you with the market move in a moment, Nick. But Antino, Tony Gollan, you get the perfect race today, mate. How is he coming into his Group 1 assignment?
Yeah, he's as good as we can have him. His peak performance have always been like fourth up into a prep, so I was pretty keen to keep the prep the same. I thought every run he's built upon each run, one after the other, and he's in his best condition today.
And attrition's franked the form.
Yeah, attrition, obviously Brightside ran good here earlier, and hasn't been nowhere to hide with him all spring. He's been in good races. They prepped him up beautifully for today. He's just got to step away well from the gates. If he does that, puts himself in a good position, he gets every chance.
That's going to be the key, isn't it? You've got to put him there, mate. Good luck.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks for that, Tony. Nick, market mover?
Bruce, the only horse that's been better backed in a Group 1 this spring than Another Will here is Broadsiding in the Golden Rose.
So 220, if he were to win, that would be the second shortest, Lizzie, the second shortest price favourite ever to win a Toorak handicap. Only Tobin Bronze will be short at evens. What do you think, Lizzie?
Oh, I think he's the horse to beat, and even the way the track's playing, it should play into his hands. He's a very good horse. We've seen that throughout his career so far. So hopefully, for the punters, he can get home.
Final thought, Katie?
Yeah, I'm with him here, especially drawing 1. I think if he gets a nice smooth run, he'll be winning.
Craig joins them, the Group 1 Toorak handicap.
Favourite drawn barrier 1, and they're racing. Orchestral away only fairly, and Antino goes back to last. Preceded there by Craig. Another Will is the initial leader with Magnus Spin. Light Infantry Man out deeper on the course. And also Desert Lightning showing pace with Bankmore behind those horses. Osipenko next on the rails with also Wishlaw Lass, a gap Jimmy the Bear, followed by El Safina, Orchestral, Craig, and Antino is at the tail of the field. Surging up around the outside, Bankmore is going to shade Another Will on the top corner at the 1,000, followed by Magnus Spin and Wishlaw Lass. Further back is Desert Lightning, a length Osipenko. Light Infantry Man is posted. It's 3 wide midfield from Jimmy the Bear. A couple of lengths El Safina, followed by Orchestral, and then came Craig, and Antino's getting mobile now from the back of the field. 700 metres to go. It's Bankmore on the outside of Another Will, and they are striding together. 600 metres to go by a length and a half. Magnus Spin, Wishlaw Lass. Here's Antino with a lightning move from last. Whips up around the outside now and goes to the front. So it's Antino with Blake Shin. Daring tactics at the 400. Shows at the whip and went for home. 3 lengths in front of Another Will, followed by Desert Lightning, Magnus Spin, and behind those El Safina. Antino, every poster winner at the 200 metres. 5 lengths in front of Desert Lightning, El Safina, followed by Craig. But it's all Antino. Blake Shin, take a bow from last to first, has bolted in, demolished them. Antino, 6 lengths. Craig, El Safina, then Desert Lightning. Behind those horses, Osipenko and Orchestral from Another Will. They were followed further back in the field by Wishlaw Lass and Magnus Spin. Then came Osipenko well back with Light Infantry Man, Bankmore, and Jimmy the Bear at the end of the field.
Extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary. And Matty Hill, he couldn't contain himself. That was something for the ages. Katie, we said down the side he'll want to be far lap to win this race because of the pattern of racing today. J-Max just around the corner. He just said then he cannot believe that performance.
You know, I just take a bow. Blake Shin, that was extraordinary. He sat last, he took off around them, they were going so slowly again, and he thought, well, I just can't win this race from here. He took off at about the half mile, he whipped around the field, got to the fence, and look at that victory. I can't believe it.
Hey, Richo, I want to party with Tony Gollan tonight because he parties really well, and this is a big one.
Damn straight he parties well, and he's got a lot of reason to party well tonight. Tone, first thought, what were you thinking about 900 metres out?
I probably can't say it, it'll be beat, but I was really worried, obviously. Dawdled out, and Blake did say before the race, I just want to have him travelling, as long as he can travel well under me, then I can get into the race when I'm ready. And we knew the other night off the Moonee Valley run, he can sustain a really long run, but I didn't expect anything like that. You know, he's a master rider, he's an elite jockey, and they make the right decisions more often than not, and that's what he did today.
But he's taken off probably 600, 700 out. I'd love to know what time he's run.
Oh, he was brilliant. He was awesome. He's a really good horse. He's been destined to win a Group 1, and it's just been a matter of when. But to win it like that, we come here, it was so close last year. I felt I was just a run short. This year I knew I had him as good as we've ever had him, and it was just a matter of luck on the day, and he took that into his own hands and got the job done.
Oh, it's unbelievable, mate. You've been to the top of the pole. You look pretty emotional about this.
Oh, just super happy for him. You see horses, they can race without luck in Group 1s and not get them, and you know they deserve one, but you don't get them just because you deserve them. You get them because you execute things well, and that's what happened today. So just super to win.
There's tears everywhere. When do we get to see him again?
I'm not sure. We sort of
fucking trainer.
Whoa.
We've got a PG rating, brother.
Oh, that's the owner. He's excited. I'm not sure. We're very much contemplating taking him to Hong Kong for the Hong Kong Mile. So we'll let the dust settle on today and just see what we decide to do.
Make sure you do that. I'll see you there.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
I think you're pretty happy, aren't you?
Absolutely, Charlotte. Just really delighted to get the win on Antino today. He's been knocking on the door to get that Group 1, and we were hoping today would be the day. And we just trusted the horse. He stepped a bit slow, but I just rode him conservative and brought him into the race when I felt the speed was slackening a bit. And God, he was strong to the line. So I'm just so happy for G2, his owner, Tony, Bailey, who's down here with the horse, Boomer. There's a lot of people to thank, and also the people that are helping me to achieve this result today, but all credit goes to the horse. Couldn't have done it without him.
This is a horse that we've all had our eye on to win a Group 1 this whole time, and he's such an impressive animal, isn't he? And it's a surprise that he hasn't won it yet, and today to do it by 6 lengths, wow.
Yeah, look, it's like I said, full credit to the horse. He's been running well against the top weight for age horses of our country in the lead-up runs to this. And I don't think there's a more deserving horse to win this race. And look, he trotted out beautifully to the gates, cantered around, and he knows he's won today. He's really going to get a kick out of it, and hopefully, I think we might be going to Hong Kong after today. So, how good?
How good. Well, we're wrapped for you. The crowd's wrapped for you. Go and enjoy this one, because I know it means a lot.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Lizzie, I think it's fair to say we saved the best to last. That was absolutely sensational.
Took the words out of my mouth, Bruce. What I think is great is also that not only the ride but the training performance from Tony Gollan, because remember he's campaigned this horse down in Melbourne prior to this preparation, so he's given him a toughen up campaign, headed back to Queensland, then brought him down for these types of races, and he's always said all the way through the target is 4th up into the preparation to the Toorak handicap, and he got it absolutely spot on.
Brilliant. So it looks like Hong Kong. I mean,
Yeah.
Blake Shin says Hong Kong, and so does Tony Gollan.
Well, he would know. Blake obviously went over and rode in Hong Kong, so he knows the right horse, and he's going to be hard to beat over there, Richard.
Yeah, and it's really important also for everyone in Queensland racing, because the World Pool, which is run by the Hong Kong Jockey Club, chose the Queensland Derby for the first time to have a couple of races from the World Pool. And we know that the Hong Kong Jockey Club love to support those that support them. So having a Queensland horse over in Hong Kong in December is really important for Queensland racing.
Absolutely stunning performance. Craig and Al Safina ran well, but they were in another race, and another Will, well, he was one of the first horse beaten when they turned for home. So Shin, Lane and Zara, the 3 big jockeys, I think Jamie's out for the moment, get the Group 1s in Melbourne. They've all got about the same number, 29 for Shin, 32 for Zara, 34 for Lane. They're tracking so similarly, aren't they?
They are. They're riding really well, and it's still a bit of a long spring carnival ahead for them, so they're only just getting warm.
And for Blake Shin, he throws himself right into calculations for votes today, doesn't he, Bruce? Because that is hard to beat for the ride of the day. That it was daring tactics.
Oh, it's brave,
As
isn't it?
Meatloaf said, you took the words
right out of my mouth.
A break. Plenty more to talk about, including
Spring racing carnival's here and BS is on the rise again. Now here's the brief.
Bad BS comes in many forms. Example, over-celebrating concrete cowboys.
And beware, the blowing experts.
I've got a podcast.
Yeah, how original. Just get in the cage.
The best tip is to get on the Sportsbet app and dodge the BS this spring.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Head to Chemist Warehouse and save on big brands like Neomed Sinus Rinse Sachet $16.99, Rosehip Vital Canine Powder from $24.99, and Sustagen Hospital Active Plus Fibre $29.99. Chemist Warehouse, great savings every day.
They're fast, they're powerful, they're rewriting the Aussie rules. And we're proud to back them. Medibank, super fans of the AFLW.
The evening newspaper is back. Delivered free to your device at 6 p.m. Get Australia's only digital newspaper to drop nightly. Free at thenightly.com.au.
At Carpet Call, we're the experts in floor care. Introducing our versatile Quattro Spot Cleaner. Carpet, rugs, couch or car, simply spray, scrub and extract all in one motion. That's why Carpet Call are
The experts in the trade.
Deakin University presents Wonderful Earth Stuff, Episode 17, The Little Patch of Sun. An irresistible beacon of energy that charges Monty's batteries. The very same energy Deakin harnesses for its renewable energy microgrid. Let's keep Earth wonderful.
The Colt, having just his fifth start, led all the way in today's Caulfield Guineas.
Yeah, it was an exceptional ride there, taking advantage of the way that the track played. He really controlled the race. Damien Lane defeating Billy Egan there.
A close one there, but no huge price with Feroce. But Charlie Duckworth down, of course, Kathy O'Hara's partner's been with us today. Up with you, Lizzie, and then we got to the Hill Stakes, and this was an absolute triumph for Mitch Freedman and Bo Mertens.
Wasn't it just a great training performance, a really good ride, a very much a feel-good story. We've seen Chris Waller really come to the fore throughout this afternoon, but he got beaten by Victorian, and look at the celebrations there. I tell you what, Bruce, hasn't that Vian Stakes produced some pretty good performances today?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So on this day last year, Attrition defeated Antino in the Toorak, and they both won on the day. Stunning victory by Antino to round out the day.
And the votes today, so you mentioned Blake Shin coming up to the last. I had Chris Waller on 3, but Blake Shin's audacity, that incredible ride, he's ridden a treble here today, so he's going to get the 3 votes today. You can't deny Waller, he's had another outstanding day, but have a look at this in the last. Rarely do we see, I mean, Pride of Jenny and Warmonger last year were just stunning wins in Group 1s. Pride of Jenny, the performance of the year. Warmonger, an incredible derby. This one's going to stay the test of time this season. Don't worry about that. And Damien Lane for his front-running ride and for another winner as well. So 3 for Shin, 2 for Waller, 1 for Lane. We will not see many better Group 1 wins than that all season.
No, that was a sensational ride and very brave of him to do it.
What's your famous black book telling us, Richard?
Well, I've just gone for one outside the square here. I mean, there was a lot of obvious runs. Have a look at the horse with the red cap, just starting to make the ground towards the rail. Now, this was a girl who was narrowly beaten in a Group 1 Oaks. She's second up today. She comes down to Melbourne for the first time. Her name is Private Legacy. Maybe a stride or two later, she might have just about won that race. She's worth following. She's in for a nice campaign.
No doubt about that. It looks like Calipore may be the top weight for the Caulfield Cup with 55. That'll be the lowest top weight we've had since we've gone really to the metric system. And here's the betting at the moment.
So Buckaroo, who comes through the weight for age form, obviously winning the Underwood and then second in the set weights and penalties Turnbull. Elias, I thought, was terrific in the Turnbull. The Metrop first and second, the Quinella, they are the top 4 with a little gap to the others, and I think the market's got it about right. Deny Knowledge, super impressive today, Kat. He has 50.5 if you don't mind.
Deny Knowledge won't know himself when he gets to the front with 50.5 kilos on his back.
I reckon single figures for her next week. Lizzie, this is mouth-watering.
Certainly is. $38 million on offer next weekend between Melbourne and Sydney. We've got the $20 million Everest, of course, the Caulfield Cup you've just spoken about. And there's still a fair bit to play out. I know the majority of the slots have been taken, bar one, Coolmore slot. What are they going to do? Are they going to take Switzerland or are they going to take Stormboy? Currently at the moment, I Wish I Win. He's our favourite, but it's a condensed market. Bruce, what's going to be so important is barrier draws. That's when we're really going to start getting to the meaty stuff.
And that happens on Tuesday, doesn't it? Tuesday evening, I believe, is it Royal Randwick, I think is the venue. Interesting that they're both the same price there, Stormboy, both at $15. That's not giving us any sort of a lead.
And also with the weather next week, they're predicting a lot of rain, so we'll see.
That will change a little bit. Just quickly on Antino, the owner that came in with an expletive and he apologised for that is actually a Hong Kong resident. He's the owner. I reckon there's a fair chance he's going to Hong Kong. Antino.
Well, Blake was really quick to mention that, wasn't he? So the final event today from Rosehill Gardens, the benchmark, Go to Sky. That's happening in about 5 minutes' time. What a day. We came here with a script. We had a narrative, didn't we? We thought something might happen. Lizzie, super job up there. We've got a day to remember next week and to look forward to. So thanks for being with us. And in the end, we had some upsets. I looked at Katie at one stage and she said, Macca, that's racing. See you later.